It started with music, the kind you'd find anywhere on YouTube. Reggaeton beats, Latin hits, rising artists trying to break through. But behind the views, behind the streams, there was a scam so simple and yet so massive, it exploited one of YouTube's core protection mechanisms. For years, two men ran a company called MediaMuv out of Phoenix, Arizona. Jose Teran and Webster Batista. On paper, it looked like a music rights management firm, the kind that helps artists collect royalties from platforms like YouTube. In reality, it was a systematic exploitation of YouTube's automated monetization infrastructure. Here's how the scam worked. YouTube's Content ID system uses digital fingerprinting technology to match uploaded content against a database of copyrighted material. When a match is found, the declared rights holder automatically receives the ad revenue. The system relies on trust. It assumes that anyone registering content as a rights holder actually owns those rights. Teran and Batista exploited that assumption. They used MediaMuv to file fraudulent content ID claims on thousands of songs, registering themselves as the copyright owners in YouTube's system. The platform's automated processes didn't verify ownership. They simply redirected the revenue stream. Every view, every ad impression, every monetized play generated income that flowed directly into MediaMuv's accounts instead of the legitimate artists. From 2017 to 2021, they filed thousands of false copyright claims through the Content ID API. They specifically targeted Latin music creators, many operating as independent artists without legal teams or the technical knowledge to dispute fraudulent claims through YouTube's back-end systems. The automated payout system processed their claims without human review. Millions of dollars at a time. By the time federal investigators traced the fraud, the scheme had generated over $100 million in stolen revenue. Think about that, $100 million. This wasn't a technical hack in the traditional sense. No servers were breached, no passwords were stolen. They simply weaponized YouTube's trust-based copyright system against the platform itself. The federal investigation uncovered the digital paper trail. Court filings revealed internal communications where the perpetrators discussed the mechanics of their scheme. Database records showed the volume of fraudulent claims submitted through YouTube's content management system. Financial forensics traced the revenue flow from YouTube's AdSense payments directly into MediaMuv's bank accounts. One defendant even documented their lifestyle funded by the fraud, while legitimate artists saw their analytics show views but received zero payment. In 2021, federal agents executed coordinated raids. They charged both men with wire fraud under Title 18 United States Code Section 1343, conspiracy, and money laundering. The case highlighted a critical vulnerability. Automated rights management systems at scale cannot effectively distinguish between legitimate and fraudulent ownership claims without human verification. In 2023, Jose Teran was sentenced to over 6 years in federal prison. Webster Batista pled guilty and awaits sentencing. But the fallout extends beyond 2 convictions. Thousands of artists are still attempting to reconcile their revenue data and recover payments that were algorithmically redirected. YouTube has since implemented additional verification layers for Content ID claims, but the fundamental architecture remains trust-based. The platform processes over 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. Manual verification at that scale is computationally and economically infeasible. This case exposed a broader problem in digital rights management. When automated systems control billions in revenue distribution, and those systems operate on assumed authenticity rather than cryptographic proof of ownership, the attack surface is massive. The question isn't whether this was an isolated incident. The question is, how many similar exploits are currently running undetected inside other automated content platforms?